Previously on Matt Houston.
Sharon's an old friend of mine back in Texas. What's the matter?
Well, for a long time now, someone's been watching me, following me. Well, I know it sounds foolish, but
It doesn't sound foolish at all. For the last few weeks, every time Houston turns around, somebody's been following him.
Somebody's following both of us. 1,500 miles apart. Now, there's got to be an explanation for that.
Houston, I'm afraid.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to hurt you. We'll get this thing figured out. Probably the best place to start is in Texas.
Houston, would you?
I've been looking for an excuse to get back that way for a long time anyway. I haven't seen my daddy in a while.
That's the way we say hello, hello.
Matt,
H-E-L-L-O. That's the way we say
thought I'd give you a real Texas welcome.
Oh, it's been a long time, Dad.
Yes, Mr. Cody. We just got in. Houston's here. He's got the girl with him.
This is the land you're giving over to the state.
Birds need a place to migrate. Kids need places to fish. This is all going to become a preserve.
I think it's just wonderful. I guess everybody does.
Elkridge Oil doesn't. Elgin Cody's company. That old pirate's been after this river land since the day one.
Why?
There is oil under it.
Say yes to me, Houston. It's your last chance. Your last chance.
Goodbye.
I got these from the office of a friend of mine. He was a plastic surgeon.
What's your point?
You planning on getting your nose bobbed? No. So why was Doc working on somebody to make him look like you?
Elcott Oil's going under unless I can get those river lands.
Houston did this to himself, Daddy.
All right, Doc, get started.
Mr. Cody.
Houston's the name. Matt Houston.
You don't get home very often,
Say that again.
and I miss you.
I miss you too, Daddy. Talk to me.
That's what I've been doing. I can't get through to you, so now I'm leaving. You just let it be.
You come in here with this song and dance about a dead doctor. You show me sketches of myself. You tell me what's going on. What is your con?
Just don't press it.
Press it? Tell me why. You tell me why I shouldn't press it. You say you came here to help me, then you tell me why. You give me one good reason why I... Because I'm your father!
Oh, damn, I swore to Bill this would never happen. But you never find out you're adopted. But your life's on the line, and he's not here. I don't even know what the hell it is when I'm trying to protect you from it. It's there. I know it is. You're in danger. And you're my son! And I can't just let it pass! Yeah.
Sharon, this is Houston. Listen, I've got to fly back to L.A. for some business. I think it would probably be safer if you came with me. All right, listen, I'll pick you up.
Virgil Wade is an interesting man, Houston. When I fed his name into Baby, it came up with more information than the local police have. To begin with, his name is an alias. He was a war hero in Korea, and when he came back to Texas, he became a wildcatter. Now, the tax records show that he was building up quite a fortune. And then about 30 years ago, everything just stopped.
What stopped?
The tax records. Apparently, he disappeared, became a drunk. Then he resurfaced a few years later, selling oil leases that he didn't have the right to sell.
That's when he started piling up the police record. Sharon, have you ever seen him before?
No, I've never seen him.
Oh, one little tidbit of information that's interesting. When you wade through all the aliases that he's had, you come up with the name Wade Matlock, the name he joined the Army with, his real name. How about that for a coincidence?
I don't understand any of this. Houston, you mean you thought this man might have something to do with me?
Not anymore, Sharon.
Well, if he approached you, you're going to need help.
CJ, I'll be just fine.
Houston, I think he's probably trying to set you up. If he came out of nowhere and approached you, what did he talk to you about?
Well, that's a little private. Listen, I'll keep in touch. Let's go.
Are you going back to Texas right away?
Yeah, first I'm gonna stop by the police station to see if he's got a record here in L.A.
What are you doing here? Why is the citizen standing here?
Lieutenant, it's just Houston. Why don't you lighten up, Hoyt?
Sir, I will get to you in a minute. You let people just walk in off the street and handle department files?
Novelli used to always let Houston come in and check out.
Got some kind of eye problem? Do I look like Novelli to you? Novelli is gone. I'm in charge now. These records are for departmental use only unless authorized by my office. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What's the matter, Hoyt? Did your mother get scared by a drill sergeant?
Mother joke, son. State your purpose, Houston. Business or personal? If it's personal, sit down and have a cup of coffee. If it's business, hit the door.
Listen, I'm curious. What is it you have against me?
Against you? Nothing. Against private investigators, everything. I hate amateurs. Some people hate spiders. Some people hate snakes. I hate amateurs.
See you around.
Not so fast. This man, Virgil Wade, what do you want with him?
Strictly amateur night. You wouldn't be interested.
Not good enough. I want an answer.
Hoyt, I've got a lot of friends down here that are cops. I'd sure hate for one of them to have to arrest me for striking an officer. Now, why don't you take your hand off me? Thank you.
The man got guts.
What was that, Lieutenant?
Said the man is nuts. Next time Houston wants something, send him directly to me.
Yes, sir.
You're awfully quiet.
Got a lot on my mind.
For instance?
For instance, we have been followed
Followed.
ever since we left the police station. Better hang on. My turn now. Let's see how he likes being chased.
This has definitely not been my week. We better get back to Texas. Sharon, listen, I think it would be a good idea if you stayed at my house for a little while.
Why, I'm mad, Houston.
No, I mean, just for a little while until I figure out what the hell's going on.
No, really, I'll feel better in my own place. I'll be all right.
Sharon.
I promise. Anything unusual, I'll pop right back to your house. Okay?
Go ahead, say what you got to say.
That would take just about a week, and I don't believe I know where to start. How dare you? You come out of the woodwork after 30 years and drop this bomb. Damn you!
I had to.
You had to do nothing. All you had to do was keep your mouth shut.
I don't blame you for feeling the way you do about me. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You get sensible and hightail it out of here, and I'll go back into the woodwork.
I can't believe what I just heard.
Way it's got to be.
The way it's got to be? After all this, you just go back into the woodwork?
I got no other choice. Here, take a look at these, huh? You been doing business with Elgin Cody lately?
I don't do business with Elgin Cody, and I don't plan to.
Oh, then you weren't out there at his house with him today, huh? I got as close as his security would allow. I'd swear there was you there next to Cody, wouldn't you?
I'll have a little chat with Elgin Cody.
Oh, I'll ride along, just to satisfy my curiosity.
I don't need your help.
Oh, you never know.
Why'd you do it?
What?
Dump me.
Your mother died, haven't you? And I... understand now, I was very young at the time, very much in love. I figured it was a lousy trade, and I hated you for it. But I didn't dump you. Gave you over to my best friend, Bill.
blame me for her death, and you just walked away.
Walked away, yeah. I swam away in a river of bourbon. Yeah, I dove into a bottle and didn't come up for air for about a year. By that time, you were saying Dada, and Bill was your daddy. You were his world, he was yours, so we agreed to leave it that way. I stayed away because there was nothing else I could do about it. I had to. But I checked up on you all the time, see how you're getting along.
Just stop it, all right? Please. No more. You weren't around to wipe my nose or powder my buns. Let's just leave it like that, all right? I can't believe Cody. I mean, make a double of me? He must be one desperate man. What the heck? There's no action, and he's coming back. Get the hell out of here. Now. Well, they're not trying to kill us or we'd be gone. Something's up. Well, meet the new Matt Houston.
Great.
I'll take these two to my daddy's place. We got enough medicine there to keep him on ice till we need him. You guys take care of him. Had a few lumps and bruises on him. He's got to look like he's been in a bad car accident before he gets to the hospital.
Mark, Les, come on. Mr. Cody, give a minute of your time, please.
People, it's the doctors who should be talking with you. Really, the doctor's place to tell you about their patients.
We heard you visited with Mr. Houston. Talked with him.
I visited with him, talked with him, laughed with him. He's doing fine. He got himself banged up a bit, but he's going home today. The fact that he injured his throat gave me a chance to do most of the talking. So I finally convinced him to sell me that riverland of his.
I hear you right, Mr. Cody? It's well known you and Houston are at odds over that land. He's turning it over to the state.
That's just a little dance we businessmen do. Is just jacking up the price. That's all Houston was doing.
The word was you were at bitter odds over that land.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. You don't necessarily need to see eye to eye on everything.
Chris, get me on the next flight to Houston.
Houston and I reciprocate each other. Never found out who this is.
Well, Sharon said he's tied to Houston somehow. She's not sure how.
Well, he's tied to Houston now.
It's showtime.
Couple of days. All we need is a couple of days. Just so we get past the ceremony announcing the business.
Look at him, for crying out loud. He could fool the world.
As much as possible, keep your mouth shut. Couple of days, all we need.
Mr. Cody, I've studied Houston. The way he walks, the way he talks. I can be that man.
We'll figure that out. Now, we don't have to stop at the oil lands. We can take Houston for all he's got.
Who would know any different? Matt Houston could become a recluse. The next Howard Hughes. Why not?
Maybe because of a certain lady named C.J. Parsons. Fool the world? I'm not impressed. You want to convince me, fool someone close to Houston. Fool C.J. Parsons. She's flying in even as we speak.
What if she doesn't buy it?
Ah, easy. Miss C.J. will just have herself a little accident.
Houston, you scared us half to death. According to the news people, you're lucky to be alive.
Why, you know news people. I mean, wasn't as bad as it looked. Just a little fender bent. Yeah.
Well, you can play brave soldier if you want.
Well, CJ, I'm just shaken up a little bit. Yeah, I'll be all right. I've had better days.
Yeah, I guess you have. Listen, when you're feeling a little better, I'd like to talk to you about a couple of things. That deal that you struck up with Elgin took me totally by surprise.
That shouldn't be any surprise at all, CJ. I mean, after all, I just changed my mind. Who could pass up all that money?
Good morning, sunshine. Dreamy dreamland, huh? Yeah, Houston will all be over shortly. Need you till just after the ceremony this afternoon at your daddy's mansion. Everyone's gonna watch you, or at least who they think is you, sign over those riverlands to Elkhart Oil. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You all right? How you feeling?
Like my head's a balloon. Listen, I could have never handled him by myself. I owe you one.
No, you don't owe me. Oh, you sure as hell don't. But I owe you. Plenty. And there's no way that I'll ever be able to make it up to you either. No way. Boy, you sure do remind me of your mother. You know that? I mean, in a lot of ways, but especially your eyes. There's something about your eyes.
I always thought she was Bill's wife.
Yeah, well, that's the way we set it up.
She was a pretty lady, wasn't she?
Oh, very. Yeah, but it was more than just a look. She was beautiful inside, you know. I mean, she was something special. Pity that you never knew her.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
not chasing us.
They figure they don't have to. See, the Codys have always had an odd lawman or two in their pocket. They figure there's no place for us to run to.
Well, we can't go back to your house, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I know a girl. She's got a little house. I think we'll be safe there.
Houston, what's happened?
Listen, there's no time to explain. Just get on the phone to the police. I'll be in a minute. We gotta get this out of sight.
Hello, may I speak to Cord Cody, please? Cord, he's here. Matt Houston and that other man. Yeah? Right, yeah, I can keep him here.
You were the bait. You were the hook to get me here.
So what do you want from me, huh? You want me to say I'm sorry?
Why?
Just look around you. You were my chance out of this. Elgin Cody offered me a fortune.
Don't you understand? They would have killed you. The same way they killed the doctor. The same way they would have had to kill me and the double playing me. They have no other alternative. They have to clear up their loose ends.
All I had to do was get you here. And all you had to do was give him that stretch of Riverland. I mean, why not? What's it to you anyway? Then everybody would have been happy.
Conversation we had the other day. It was all a put on, wasn't it? You set me up.
Yeah, you'd like to slap hell out of me, wouldn't you? Well, go ahead. And you better do it fast, because Cord's on his way. Well, go ahead!
Change your plans, huh?
Let's get out of here.
Mighty pretty girl you got there.
Life's full of surprises. She's working for Cord.
Don't let her get to you, son.
I'm sorry.
They're coming too fast. We can never outrun them.
Well, shoot at them and back them off.
No, not yet. Slow down. Let them get ahead of us.
shouldn't be that much of a surprise at all. You see, there has to be a time when business and the environment can get along together. So, like kiss and make up, you know? That's why we decided to go public and hold this little press conference.
That's right, that's right. Someone's got to show the way.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. I would like you to meet my associate and a very beautiful lady, Miss C.J. Parsons.
Excuse me.
Now, anyway, what were we saying before?
Oh, yeah.
And I would like to assure all of you that we are going to do our best to disguise the oil wells in an ecological manner.
It's not him. Dear God, it's not him. Houston.
Connie, better stay put. No, Connie. I'm obviously the victim of a gigantic fraud. That's all I can say.
It's gonna be all right,
You don't know, like Houston, you don't know what it's like looking at that man knowing it wasn't you. Looks like you and sounds like you.
Oh, where are you gonna run? You're a famous man.
I had it all, Houston. I had it all.
Watch out!
Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just let me sit down here for a minute, huh? Go on, get that.
I'll get it.
Go on. Yeah, go on. Get him.
Would you get a doctor, please? Thank you. Houston, if that man is a friend of yours, I think you ought to go see him.
Hey, you gotta hang on.
You're not leaving me a second time.
Well, if I can help it, there's too much that we didn't get to say. But either way, Bill must know.
He won't.
Break his heart. You learn the truth after he kept it from you all these years.
Easy. Easy.
It turned out all right. I'll take some of the credit. I put you in good hands. Bill's been a great father.
He's a good man. We made a team, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hell of a team.
Sure. I'm so glad that I finally got to meet you, son.
is impossible. He cannot be serious.
Oh, yes, he can, Murray. Sign the papers.
But, CJ, building this business was Houston's whole life. What happened down there in Texas? Why is he doing this?
I'm not sure what happened, Murray, but I do know his priorities have changed.
Changed? CJ, Houston is giving up his entire empire.
Well, whatever happened down there affected him deeply, didn't it?
Well, what is he going to do? Where is he going to go if he gives everything up?
Well, he's not going to give everything up, Murray. He's going to keep these offices to do the private detective work. And he's got enough money personally to not have to worry. But for the future, all the money...
Yes, I know. A trust fund for charity. He gave me the whole list. Medical research, Crippled Children's Society. Well, okay. We'll take good care of his companies for him.
Not we, Murray. You. You're going to do all the business downstairs, and I'm going to stay here in the offices with Houston.
You're staying with Houston as a private investigator? But you're a lawyer.
Half the FBI are lawyers.
Good to see you, son.
Did you get everything squared away on the rig?
Well as it can be.
Well, my friend, you gonna be happy running Houston Industries?
It's what I've always wanted. Seriously, Houston, thank you for having this faith in me.
Son, if you have business, take care of what's important now. I can wait.
No, you can't wait. What I am going to do is very important. I am going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to sit you down. I am going to order 2 very large glasses of bourbon. I'm going to tell you how much I love you, Daddy.
Son, I heard about what happened back home. They tell me that a man got killed, stepped in front of you and took a bullet that was intended for you. Now, who was it?
Just an old wildcatter I met once, Daddy. You wouldn't know it. Come on.
These crates contain the Ming vases, but over here was the real find of our trip. A Tang horse circa 815. It'll be the centerpiece for our museum's Far East collection. Oh, great. Frank. Hey, I'm finished. Let's go grab some breakfast and then unload when the stevedores get here.
Yeah, sure thing, honey. How about the chowder bowl? I'll buy it.
All right. Go ahead. I'll catch up. What are you doing here?
Su Qin has heard some rumors. He's quite concerned.
What kind of rumors?
That the shipment may have been hijacked.
Nonsense. I loaded it myself in Hong Kong. No one knows where it is but me.
Then you won't mind showing us.
Of course not.
Something wrong?
Of course not. I just can't reach the package.
What? It's empty. Now what? We better tell Su Qin.
CJ, keep going. Remember, no pain, no gain, huh?
Come on, Houston, give a girl a break. I wanted to firm up, look like Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. You're saved by the bell. You got a phone call from Connie Ling.
Oh, thank you. Connie? Hi.
Thank God you're there. You've got to help me.
Connie, what happened?
There's no time to explain, CJ. I've got to see you. Meet me at my apartment. And for God's sake, please hurry.
$20 million worth of heroin. Gone.
Su Qin, the woman must have been working with someone. Maybe one of our rivals, and hoping to take over our drug trade.
Without the heroin, there's no drug trade. We must recover the shipment. Do whatever is necessary, but find the drugs.
What about the girl?
I may have made an error in trusting Miss Connie Ling, but she has made a far greater error by betraying me.
Houston. Chinatown's a little off your regular beat, isn't it? You want to tell me about your client?
She wasn't a client, Hoyt. She was a friend. Named Connie Ling. She worked at the County Museum of Art. She was a Far East expert. She called us about an hour ago to say she needed help. We didn't get a chance to find out what it was.
Got any idea why anybody wanted to kill her?
No. I know. I knew her for 10 years. We were in college together.
I need both of you to come down to the office to make a statement.
You all right?
Houston, the man you shot's in a coma. Doctors give him a 50-50 chance.
That's more than he gave Connie, isn't it?
That's him, Matt Houston. The woman's his associate, corporate lawyer, C.J. Parson. She was a friend of the victim. Houston, C.J., I want you to meet Harry Carter.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
It may not be when you see what I have to show you.
Carter here works for the Drug Enforcement Administration. He has some information on Connie Ling.
This way, please. Your friend was dirty, Miss Parsons. She's smuggling drugs.
What are you talking about?
Heroin, and a lot of it. Enough to keep a city full of junkies glassy-eyed for months.
That is just not possible.
C.J., just take it easy. Let's at least hear what the man has to say.
You can talk all you want, Carter. But you're never going to convince me of that.
Oh, no? You're a lawyer? How about if I show you some evidence? This was taken in Hong Kong a few months ago. The man standing next to Connie Ling is a known heroin dealer. Freeze frame it right here. The package she just dropped contains money. The package she just gave her contains heroin. We've been on her for 6 months.
That doesn't prove that...
C.J., Carter, let me see his files. It's all there. Connie was using her job at the art museum as a cover. She was making one trip a month back to the Far East, bringing back art objects to the museum.
And heroin to the junkies. Her last shipment was due today. The ship's in the harbor. I've had it impounded and sealed.
Yeah, wait a minute, fellas. Now, if you knew this was going on with Connie all along, why didn't you just arrest her?
Because she's just a mule for the smugglers. I was hoping she was going to lead us to whoever it was.
But cops are usually pretty tight-fisted with their information, huh? I mean, why are you telling us all this about Connie?
Look, Houston. I've been trying to break up this smuggling ring for 3 years. I'm so close to it now I could taste it.
So in other words, what you're trying to tell me is you just want me to stay out of it so I don't blow your case?
You got it.
And I still want to know why Connie was murdered.
You stay out of the way and I'll find out. Wait. I'm going to the hospital and see if I can get a statement from the killer.
I'll walk you down.
Nurse Bartlett, call physical therapy on 214. Nurse Bartlett, call physical therapy on 214. Dr. Grenfell, report to Dr. Marr in administration. Dr. Grenfell, report to Dr. Marr in administration.
Name's Carter, Drug Enforcement Administration.
Lieutenant Hoyt said you'd be by. Follow me. You'll have to leave.
We'll need more room here.
Get the board, bag Sodium bicarb. Get the paddles.
Come on, breathe.
Clear? Defib.
Injection's ready, Doctor.
Hit him again.
He's dead.
Looks like I wasted my time.
CJ, just please try and calm down.
I don't want to calm down, Houston. I'm mad. The DEA can come up with all the files, all the film, all the evidence that they want. But I know that Carter is wrong. There is no way that Connie would have been involved with drugs.
Houston, Lieutenant Hoyt, line 3.
Thank you, Chris. Morning.
No, it's not a good morning. Connie's killer died last night.
Well, was Carter able to get a statement from it?
Negative. Killer never regained consciousness. Just thought you'd like to know. Later.
CJ, the man who killed Connie died in the hospital last night. What makes you so sure that Connie was not involved in drugs?
Her brother was a junkie. He used to crash at her apartment, Houston. She hated what drugs did to him.
Well, if you're right, that means that Connie was framed and then she was murdered.
Houston, I know the DEA wants us off this case, but she was a friend of mine. And I can't just sit on my hands. I want to know the truth.
Sounds like I got myself a new client.
Where do we start?
The best place to start is the scene of the crime. I read that in a book someplace. Come on.
Houston, don't! It's Sam, Connie's brother.
See, you've got some explaining to do. You better start talking to me. What's the idea of tearing this place apart? Just what the hell were you looking for?
I was looking for money.
Why, so you can stick some more poison in your
No,
arm?
I got enough for a couple of days. I need money to get away. Please, CJ, you gotta help me. I got some friends in New York. They'll hide me. Listen.
No, you listen to me. You just listen to me, you poor little burnt-out junkie. Hey, your sister's dead. She deserved a whole lot better out of life. You better start answering some questions. First one, was Connie smuggling heroin?
Oh, Sam, why? There has to be a reason for it.
Go on, answer her.
Me. She did it for me. I owed Sochin money, a lot of money.
Who is Su Chin?
He's the power in Chinatown. He told Connie to do what he said or I was dead.
Okay. Let me guess. Su Chin knew that Connie took trips to Hong Kong. He knew this provided a cover.
Let me just guess who's the one in the first place that told Sue Chen about the trips. That's charming.
At first, Connie refused, even when I begged her. Then suddenly she got a phone call and changed her mind.
Sam, who's the phone call from? Sue Chin?
I don't know. I don't think so. At first, the shipments were small. Sue Chin was testing her. This last one was 50 pounds.
50 pounds doesn't sound very small to me.
And now it's missing. Connie's dead, and if Sue Chin finds me, I'm dead too. Listen, just give me some money. Let me...
I'll tell you what. I'll give you something better than money. I'll give you protection.
Don't worry, Houston. I know a place where he'll be safer than a third-string quarterback at halftime.
Hey, didn't you used to be Too Malone, the baddest linebacker in the NFL?
Now, CJ, Too Mean is going to stash Sam and hit the street with a mouthful of questions.
What's the next step?
I think we ought to do some homework.
This is Sue Chin, one of the biggest crime lords in the city.
I read about him, CJ. It seems like he's got his fingers in more pies than Sarah Lee.
And all of them illegal. Drug trafficking, gambling, extortion. He's a real smart cookie, Houston. The police have been trying to nail him for years, unsuccessfully.
And a very ruthless man. Seems like all of his enemies wind up on the obituary page.
Like Connie.
Maybe not, CJ. You said yourself he's a very smart man. Now, remember what Connie's brother told us? Sue Chin still does not know where that heroin is.
You're right. It wouldn't have been very smart of Sue Chin to murder Connie before he knew where the drugs were.
A man like that would probably just torture her until she told him where the drugs were.
And then kill her.
Yeah, Sue Chin. It's probably not our man, CJ.
Do you have any idea who is?
Somebody who's come into 50 pounds of heroin recently.
Houston.
Looks like you were right, Houston. There's no heroin on the street. A regular panic in Needle Park.
Have you got any idea who hijacked Sue Chin's shipment?
No, but I'll tell you one thing. He's one brave dude. You heard of an eye for an eye? Well, Sue Chin believes in 2 eyes, 1 nose, both ears, and all your teeth for an eye. He's not a nice man.
This is true. Let's just keep digging, to me. Now, that dope has got to hit the street sooner or later. When that tap is turned on, I want to know whose hand is on the faucet.
You got it.
So far, whoever's got that heroin is just sitting on it.
Well, it's worth $20 million. They're not going to hold it forever.
Yeah. That's right, CJ. And from what Too Mean tells me, the people in the streets are chomping at the bit. There's no heroin out there.
And they say we Chinese are the inscrutable ones.
You can keep it if you like.
You're quite generous with my property.
Sue Chin, I have 199 bags just like it.
Before we begin negotiations, Mr. Carter, you must tell me how you managed to come into possession of my heroin.
When you ordered Connie Ling to start smuggling drugs to keep her brother alive, she phoned the Drug Enforcement Agency.
And you got the phone call.
I got it. She was working for me all along. She thought I was waiting for a big enough shipment so I could arrest you.
When you were actually waiting for a big enough shipment to steal.
You see, I have my retirement fund to think of.
And it was you that spread the rumor my shipment was hijacked.
Sue Chin, I knew right where it was. It was easy for me to take before your men arrived.
Then you had the girl killed.
I had to tie up loose ends.
So, how much would it cost to get my property back?
Sue Chin, I'm not greedy. It's worth $20 million. I just want 2.
I'll need time to get the money.
48 hours max. Before I put it on the auction block to your competitors.
Fine. Name the time and place.
Not so fast. So far, I've been able to keep the police out of this investigation. We have a problem. There's a detective named Matt Houston and his lawyer partner, C.J. Parsons.
What about them?
They're investigating the girl's murder. It's just a matter of time before they tie me up to Connie Ling.
What would you like me to do?
Kill him.
Consider it done.
All right.
Houston, whoever stole that heroin is just sitting on it. Why?
You mean, why aren't they selling it? That's a very good question, CJ.
You got a good answer?
Well, CJ, the way I figure it, whoever has that heroin had to be close enough to Connie to steal it. But evidently they don't have the connections in the drug trade to sell it.
Which is why we're looking for a name. Some indication of who would be close enough to Connie to know she was smuggling drugs.
CJ, listen, did Connie mention anything about a new boyfriend or any new friends at all?
No, not that I can recall.
Well, when was the last time that you talked to her?
About a month ago, we had lunch. But we used to talk on the phone at least once a week.
Wait a minute.
What?
Telephone, CJ. So if you called her once a week...
She would also talk to whoever she knew was smuggling the heroin.
Bingo. Connie's phone bill.
But phone bills only have numbers, not names.
That's why I plan to let our fingers do the walking, CJ.
Orderlies not assigned to duty, report to emergency. Orderlies not assigned to duty, report to emergency.
That's as far as you go.
Nurse Webster, report to Dr. Vadis surgery. Nurse Webster, report to Dr. Vadis surgery.
Chris called and told me what happened. How's CJ?
There's no word yet.
I saw a coffee machine down the hall. Why don't we wait together? Yeah. Okay. Well, I heard it from 3 different sources. Su Chen's gonna be back in business by tomorrow.
Doesn't leave us much time, does it?
Mr. Houston? She's gonna make it.
Oh, thank God. Listen, can I see her?
Yeah, just for a minute.
Hiya, boss.
Hiya, CJ.
I'm sorry, Houston.
What are you sorry about?
For all the worry I caused you. They told me it was touch and go for a while.
I did say a prayer or two. How you feeling?
Better now that I'm looking at my favorite face in the whole world.
Hello, yeah, this is Tony Stewart. I'm a friend of Connie Ling's. She told me if I ever needed to get a hold of her that you just might be... I'm sorry, what?
Well, no, I hadn't heard. I'm sorry. Listen, tell me something, Cindy. Did you... It's Betty? Betty Gimble. You were her hairdresser. I'm sorry. I probably called it a bad time. Thank you.
Tell me, Eli, how good a friend of Connie's were you? Her car mechanic. No, I don't know what the family's planning to do with the car.
Did you come up with anything?
I know where you can get a Fiat fixed.
Great. Excuse me?
What happened?
Well, I just got the Drug Enforcement Administration.
But if Connie was smuggling drugs, why would she be talking to the Heat?
Well, maybe she wasn't talking to him. Now, she's got the brother, Sam. He was a junkie, used to hang out at her place once in a while.
Well, lots of junkies snitch to the man for some extra dough. Do you think he called the DEA?
Let's ask him. So where'd you stash it?
At your beach house.
My beach house? Well, why my beach house?
Because it's safe.
Well, why not your house?
What? A spaced-out junkie in my home? Houston, I got an image to maintain.
Houston, just what in the hell is going on? I just found out that CJ is in the hospital with a bullet wound. Carter's been jumping on my back. I mean, I thought you were going to stay off this case.
See, I'd love to chat with you, but I'll tell you what, I really got to run right now. Yeah.
Hey, what about CJ? Where?
Well, I tell you, she's in Wilshire Memorial Hospital. Give her a call.
Houston!
How's our house guest?
He tried to make a break for it, but I caught him. He said if he tried it again, I'd rip his lips off.
Tell me something. Did you ever make a call to the DEA from Connie's apartment?
You crazy, man?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time a junkie snitched to the man for some powdered sugar.
But it was my own sister that was bringing the stuff in. I never would have set her up.
Now, wait a minute. Did you not tell me that Connie only agreed to work for Sue Chin after she got a particular phone call?
Yeah. She was scared, real scared. I said, okay.
Houston, you've got that funny look on your face again.
Yeah, it's the same one I always get when I realize I've been conned. CJ was right to me, and Connie was not smuggling drugs. She was working undercover for the government.
So Connie called the DEA?
That's right. She was double-crossed by a certain DEA agent named Harry Carter.
Central Division.
Yeah, please, this is Matt Houston. I need a location on Lieutenant Hoyt immediately.
He's on his way to Wilshire Memorial Hospital.
Well, please, just tell him to sit tight there. It's very important. I have to talk to him. Thank you. So far, the only hard evidence we've got is Connie's phone bill.
Well, you need more than that to convince Hoyt.
Right, unless we can catch Carter with the heroin, it's going to be a hard thing to convince the jury of.
I don't think those guys are from the Welcome Way.
Yeah. Listen, when we divide, conquer.
Huh?
Split up between. right.
You deaf, I said freeze.
No, you don't understand. My name's Max.
That's better. Now everybody up against the car and spread them. Come on, turn around.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Harry Carter of the DEA. I'd like to speak with Miss Parsons.
Outside.
What are you doing here?
Probably the same thing you were, I just want to get a statement from the lady.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to her. Not now, at least. She's sleeping, and I don't want her disturbed. I'll be happy to call you at your offices as soon as she's able to see you.
Phone?
Nurse's station.
I have a staff meeting, so I'll talk to you later.
Take it easy. Right here.
Lieutenant, Matt Houston called. I told him you were at the hospital, and he asked if you'd wait there for him.
Did he say what he wanted?
No, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Thorpe, would you please tell these guys who I am?
His name's Matt Houston. He's a PI. I'll vouch for him.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Houston?
All right. Yeah, he's with me.
Get out of here.
Houston.
My office called. Said you wanted to see me. What's up?
Hoyt, have you seen Carter?
He just left.
Well, you have got to stop him, all right? Now, he is the one that set up Connie.
You were going to leave me.
No.
Yeah, fine. Thanks.
Well, what'd you find out?
He said you and Toomey tried to mug he and his friend.
Well, I have to give him credit for originality. Who is he?
Want to see Chance Henchman?
Yeah, well, I'll bet you if you run he and his partner's gun through ballistics, you're bound to come up with a weapon that hits CJ.
Very good, Houston. You get that from one of your private eye manuals?
Yes. Matter of fact, I did. Same place I learned the term APB, as in finding Carter, Hoyt.
Well, we got his house all staked out. Every cop in the city's looking for him. But Carter's a trained cop. He'll be a tough man to find.
Yeah, well, maybe not. See, I talked to Toomey. Now, he said the word's out on the street. The pushers will be getting their goodies tomorrow by noon.
Meaning?
Meaning the Carter's got to pick up that heroin. Now, he stashed it. Probably someplace that he thought it would be safe.
All we gotta do is find out where. Got any ideas?
Just might have. Make like a statue, Carter. Now lose your gun. Real easy. Now turn around nice and slow. Kind of a long night. I was beginning to wonder if I'd guessed wrong.
How'd you know where I was?
But you told me yourself. When you told me that you had this ship sealed and impounded. All right, come on in, Hoyt. He's all yours.
I give up.
Come in, please. Give up.
Not yet, he doesn't. Now he does.
Hi.
CJ. Listen, I didn't mean to wake you up.
I'm
CJ.
glad you did.
Listen, doctors tell me you're going to be out of here in a couple of days.
Houston, I'm ready to get out of here now. I have 3 court cases.
Now, don't worry about that. Now, I've already postponed those.
Well, the work at the office must be backed
Well,
up.
Chris and Two Mean are pitching in. They're doing just fine. Things are running along smooth as silk.
What you're trying to say is you don't need me.
Not at all. It's going to be real nice to have you back where you belong.
It's nice to be wanted.
How is our new patient doing?
I didn't get a chance to look. Come on, Bill. We have to hurry. Come on. Shh, 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 shh.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm getting her out of here.
Like hell you are. Where are they? She's already got her. They went down the stairs.
Steps. That's it. Straight ahead now. You can do it. That's a girl. Come on now. That's it. Come on, Will. They'll be coming after us.
There they are.
Don't be frightened, Lou. Come on. Get in the car. Oh, God. God. They're going to kill us.
She's dead.
Otis,
Yes, Lillian. It's me.
I'm so confused. I don't know where I am.
You've been ill, darling. Very ill. And I'm going to take care of you now. Not bad at all. Before you know it, you'll be crewing for the America's Cup.
Well, with you teaching me, how can I miss?
Excuse me. I'm looking for a fellow that lives around here, a Matt Houston. You're him.
How'd you find out where I live?
I work for the Maritime. A fellow there pointed your place out to me when I figured I'd need a private eye.
I'm on a little vacation here.
I did some homework. You're the best. I need the best. My little girl is missing, Mr. Houston. The police won't help me. She's all I got left in this world. Stella, my little girl.
So how long has she been missing?
Stella's been gone now almost 4 days. She left the house like she always did, right around 3:30. She had the 4 to midnight shift.
Did she get into work that day?
She works for a private hospital over in Culver City, and they say that Stella was stealing drugs.
You think the hospital is lying to you?
Stella says there was something funny going on with the medications. There was one patient that was getting totally the wrong kind of stuff when she shouldn't have been getting anything at all. At first, she thought it was a mistake, but then it wasn't.
Tell me something, Stu. Is your daughter on drugs?
What?
You told me earlier that the police wouldn't help you. Now, there's got to be a reason for that.
Stella, she wanted to be a doctor.
How many times has she been arrested?
A couple of times, but she's clean now. She promised me. Mr. Houston, please, find my little girl.
supposed to be on vacation this week.
Well, maybe it'll be on again by tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, I want you to run this through Baby. It's information on our new client's daughter. She's missing.
And where are you going to be?
I'm going to be out at the place she used to work. It's a private hospital in Culver City called Meadow Oaks. You may as well have Baby check that out, too.
And you really think we're going to be back on vacation tomorrow?
Well, I didn't say it was going to be easy, but by tomorrow afternoon, we should know if we have a case or not.
What happens then?
Then I'm going to get my mail.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Been here almost a week. How do you like Meadow Oaks?
Oh, I love it. Your wife is so beautiful. How long has she been like this?
She hasn't been out of that bed for almost 3 years. What we have to remember is that people have been in comas a much longer time than that and come out of it just fine. I just know that Lillian will. Someday.
Hello, I'm Mr. Rutledge, the director here of Meadow Oaks. I understand you wanted to see me?
Yes, Doyle's the name, Darren Doyle. I was wondering if you might be able to point me in the right direction of Stella Chisholm.
Oh, Miss Chisholm doesn't work here any longer.
Yes, I know. I know that. Yeah, I talked to her father. Well, maybe I better go back just a little bit. See, Stella and I are friends from way back in med school.
Oh, I see. You're a doctor.
No, I'm a writer. I gave up all that med stuff.
You were explaining about...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a writer. I spend a lot of time out of the country. Well, I just get back in town, and there are 4 messages on my answering machine from Stella. She sounded very upset. Something about medication being switched on her. And, well, I don't know. It all didn't make much sense, but when you only have 20 seconds to answer before the old beeper
The
goes
only
off,
switching of medications that Miss Chisholm was involved in was from our narcotics locker to her illegal possession. Now, if there's nothing else,
Well, there is something else. The last message, she sounded very frightened, said she was going to write down all the information, drop it in the mail to me.
I see. Did she?
No. Well, it hasn't come yet. And I talked to her dad, and there's no unmailed letters sitting around there, so I thought I might be able to take a look at her employee locker.
Miss Chisholm's personal belongings have been sent along to her father.
Are you sure?
Very sure. I supervised the operation myself.
Dr. Smith, call your office.
Well, I'll tell you what, if something does come up, you wouldn't mind dropping it in the mail for me. I'm house setting a place down on the marina for a friend. I'll tell you what, there's the address. I'd sure appreciate it.
I'd be delighted, Mr. Doyle.
Yes, that's right. Wouldn't that be something if it came in the mail tomorrow? Wouldn't that be a gal? Thank you. I'll see you.
Takes a pot shot that would have killed you if you'd been the mirror, and you don't have any idea who it could be.
Well, right offhand, I can think of about 24 lowlifes who'd like to see me dead. And you could probably add another couple of dozen to that list, right?
For once, you're probably right. Stella Chisholm. Not much of a mystery girl. Navy brat, very bright. Entered college at 16, medical school at 23, and that's when the trouble began. As her father said, she had a couple of brushes with the law, both of which were drug-related.
And the sickness that keeps on giving. What I don't understand, CJ, is that why would a hospital hire a nurse with a history of drug arrests?
It's done with mirrors. For the past couple of years, her father has given his life savings to lawyers who could change her felonies to misdemeanors.
Misdemeanors or no, CJ, if I was running a hospital, well, regardless of that, now, what did you find out about Meadow Oaks Hospital?
Well, first of all, it's the Ritz. It's a convalescent hospital for the super rich, and it's run by this man.
I've seen his picture on the society page.
Yes, Dr. Otis Barnwell. He's in charge of various civic and charitable organizations. He's been married 3 times, and currently is the 4th husband of...
Lillian Honeycutt.
Yes, of the Honeycutt department store fortune.
Yeah, they got married 4 or 5 years ago. It was a big splash. Now, she had an accident or something, did she?
Or something. Apparently, Lillian liked to hit the booze. About 3 years ago, she mixed the wrong combination of booze and pills, and she ended up in a coma. She's a patient in her husband's hospital.
That's convenient. Yeah, what about the man that I talked to at Meadow Oaks Hospital?
Ah. Very interesting. Andrew Rutledge. He started out as a hospital administrator about 6 years ago when he got out of college and worked his way steadily up to become the director of a very successful medical center in St. Louis.
Well, what happened?
Scandal. About a half-dozen doctors were convicted of filing bogus Medicare claims. He was exempted because he was a government witness.
It's very curious, CJ. What we have here is a hospital that hires an administrator with a black eye and a nurse with a checkered past.
Well, maybe they just like to give people a second chance.
Yeah, or maybe they like to hire people that they can keep in line, and when they don't, they can take pot shots at them. With any luck, we're about to find out. Well, we've got the bait set. All we have to do now is wait. Well, now, I do believe we have ourselves a case, CJ. That's Charles. He's an orderly, works at Meadow Oaks.
And you're saying my Stella didn't steal any drugs?
Well, I'm not sure. It just seems like I'm rattling an awful lot of cages.
Mr. Houston, where is my daughter?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to go through a personal thing, see if she might have left a clue or a note.
You think she's dead?
Stu, it's a possibility. Listen, you said she was talking about drugs, about a patient that was being given the wrong medication.
And not by mistake. She thought it was a mistake at first, but then it wasn't.
Maybe she stumbled onto something bigger than she knew.
I'm afraid something terrible has happened to her. I'll get my briefcase, and then you can follow me out to our place. Don't waste time.
Well, you said to make sure nothing was left. I'm making sure.
You already set 2 other charges.
In Vietnam, they taught me to be thorough. Once I blew up a building with 280 people in it.
That must have been thrilling for you.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was, Mr. Rutledge. They called me Dr. Death.
Damn. Wait here. We'll have to futz with the fuse box.
All right, hold it right there.
Mousetrap.
Interesting.
I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. I'm in Long Beach.
Oh, great. Come on. Come on.
Oh, good. Come on, let's get out of here.
You know, some kids always dreamed about Christmas. With me, it was always the 4th of July. Geronimo.
Better go.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, there it goes.
Come on.
Be all right. Okay.
He refuses to go to the hospital, Houston. The paramedics say it's just a concussion, 3 or 4 days of rest, he'll be okay.
Well, take him back to my beach house, and why don't you get to the office?
You gonna meet me there?
I'll probably be someplace else by then.
I don't suppose you want to tell me where that is.
No, but you've got high blood pressure.
Don't get cute. So far, I have a nurse who supposedly stole drugs, but you say she's missing. An orderly from the same hospital who you claim thought about robbing your mail. And now this. I want to know what you're up to. Now.
Legally, we may not have probable cause, but I think it's about time that we find out exactly what's going on at Meadow Oaks Hospital and what's going on with the patients there.
You're right. I don't want to know this.
Houston?
Yeah, CJ, listen, I'm in. How you doing?
Ready and raring to go.
All right, the access code is, get this, Lillian. Now, how long is it going to take for me to send the whole load to Baby?
About 5 minutes.
Right back.
Mr. Rutledge? No problem. I'll take care of it.
Houston.
CJ, I am finished here. I'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Good evening again.
Somebody get his blood pressure. I want an IV started right away. Back on his face.
I got it. Coordinate is not assigned to duty. Report to emergency.
Come on, move it, move it. Hurry up, everybody, hurry up.
Clear. Get him out of here.
Houston, where have you been? I've been waiting.
CJ, this is Hoyt. Houston's been shot. Point blank, twice.
Oh, my God.
Houston. Damn you, come on.
Operator, I need you to place a call for me to Houston, Texas.
Hello.
Bill? CJ. It's your son. He's been shot.
How bad is it? I'll be on the next plane.
Come on, we're losing him. It's over.
Should I DC everything, Doctor?
Yeah.
He's dead. Houston is dead.
He was your friend, wasn't he?
I always thought he was indestructible.
coming around. Everybody back in here. Everybody, hurry up.
CJ. Daddy.
What are you doing here? Oh, I had nothing to do, so I thought I'd fly up and say hello.
Close to 5 days.
I thought I was dead.
Yes. So did I.
That's the man who shot me, Hoyt.
Charles Dudley, former Army demolitions expert until they threw him out. Former mental patient, petty thief. He's disappeared, Houston.
Doesn't it bother you that a reputable hospital would hire a man with a reputation like this?
Or that 60% of the staff have questionable backgrounds.
And those questionable hirings began 1 month before Lillian Honeycutt Barnwell supposedly took that nearly lethal mixture of drugs and booze that ended in a coma, a patient in her loving husband's hospital.
If Dr. Barnwell wanted his wife out of the way, why didn't he just kill her?
Now, that took some digging, but what we believe is that it boils down to this paragraph. The answer is on page 7 of a marital agreement drawn up between Barnwell and Honeycutt just before they were married. Now, Lillian is worth over $100 million. If she dies, the bulk of that money goes to various charitable trusts, and the good doctor receives only about $50,000.
But if she should fall ill or become incapacitated, say a coma, for example,
then Dr. Otis Barnwell, as trustee, takes over and controls the entire trust.
So you think Barnwell's keeping his wife in a coma with the use of drugs?
Yes, we do. All we have to do now is prove it.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing just yet. But I want you to stay close so I can get to you when I need you.
Close? Where?
Where else? My son is a very badly wounded man. He's been 10 days in the hospital. That's why today we're transferring him to the best convalescent hospital in the city, Meadow Oaks.
You're out of your mind.
I believe that was my first impression. But Matt can be very convincing at times.
Very sorry to hear about your son.
At least he's alive. I've told him over and over again to be more careful. Look what happens. But boys will be boys, and my boy seems to want to play private eye. It's tragic. I can't even talk to him. They say it'll take some time for him to heal. Realistically, without drugs, he's in great pain. And with drugs...
We'll take good care of your son, Mr. Houston. We have great experience in this sort of thing.
I'm sure you do.
And what were you supposed to do? Tell them he couldn't be a patient here? Bill Houston is a very important man, and he wants his son to be in the best convalescent hospital that money can buy.
So he can spy on us.
You are being paranoid.
Emily, take a look at this. This is where the bullet went in. Now, I admit the chest wound is serious, even critical. But he should have been fully conscious for several days now. And he's probably not in enough pain to justify the drugs he is supposedly getting. He is faking it, Daniel.
Even if that's true, we've got him right where we want him, where we can make sure he gets special care. Perhaps the same kind of care we're giving your wife.
I'm getting very tired of this, Daniel.
You'll get used to it again. I'd say it's time for Mr. Houston to get his medicine.
Okay.
Sure you won't change your mind?
Yeah, I've got to try, Daddy. Our research people tell us that they're probably drugging the Honeycutt woman through her intravenous injections. If we can get a sample of that, we've got him.
You've got all the equipment there to get to her in case they've locked her in. Lockpicks, knife, assorted tools. I still think you're taking a big risk.
Well, it should only take an hour. You just have to make sure you're underneath that window so I can throw you the sample.
Suppose they try to drug you.
That shouldn't be a problem. I'll just wait till they leave the room and I'll pull out the IV.
I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
I was just leaving. See you in the morning, son.
Hello, Mr. Houston. Time for your medication.
Let's make sure our patient doesn't fall out of bed in Slim Key. Please.
Can you make it?
I think it's time for the reinforcements.
I hate incompetence. I told you to watch him. He was drugged and tied down. Hey! Get Dr. Barnwell!
Get the gun.
Houston, you all right?
No.
Stella.
Stella. I'm really gonna miss her.
Well, Stu, miss her and be proud. She died trying to help somebody, and that's kind of rare these days.
Thank you. Well, I better be off.
You know, there's always going to be a cold beer here for you.
Next time I'm in town, I'll take you up on it. Insurance company gave me a rather hefty settlement on my trailer. Old Navy pal of mine's got this charter fishing boat down in Cabo San Lucas. Said he needed a partner. I don't really have the heart to hang around here anymore.
Sounds like maybe I ought to come down and have a cold beer at your place.
You're welcome anytime. Oh, by the way, remember when I first met you, I said I was a man who did his homework? That girl you were teaching sailing?
Oh, Veronica. Yeah, she's catching on real fast.
I wouldn't work too hard, Professor. I thought she looked familiar, so I did some checking. She skippered an all-girl crew that raced a couple of times in that big race between here and Hawaii.
Yeah. Even won one once.
You knew it all the time?
Hi.
Have a nice lesson.
Okay. You know, tonight, I think we ought to work on our knots. Gently. The knots.
morning, Mr. Walcott.
Nice to see you, Jack.
Thank you, Mr. Logan.
You booked him at 5 o'clock to Nassau. A friendly neighborhood banker expects you first thing in the morning. Take the airport shuttle from the Westlake Plaza Hotel.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're just jealous because you ain't got the touch.
I don't need it. It's my business.
Stealing suitcases ain't a business, it's a disease. Hey, there you go.
Tourists? I grabbed their bags. I got nothing but Mickey Mouse ears and a map to the Stars home. But he, on the other hand, is just what the doctor ordered. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work I go.
Oh, my God, what a klutz. I'm sorry. I feel so stupid. Hey!
$3 million.
Only one kind of person carries that much money around.
The wrong kind. When I saw all that green, if I had any sense, I would have thrown it right back. But I didn't realize what I'd done until it was too late. And as soon as they figure out it was me that stole the bag, I'm going to be sharing the trunk of a car with a spare tire.
Farley, if you need protection, why don't you just go to the police?
Police? I'm a thief, man. A 3-time loser. Cops won't help me.
What makes you think Houston will?
Oh, my last cellmate, Jonas Kirby. He told me how you helped clear him on a couple of bad raps. Jonas said you were a real straight guy.
I usually spend my time trying to catch guys like you, Farley.
But I'm going to give you a rare opportunity. The chance to undo a crime, unmake a wrong. Reserve for yourself a special place in heaven.
So you want Houston to find out who you stole the bag from and you want him to return it?
It's the right thing to do.
It's the only thing to do. I mean, once the money is returned, there'll be no reason for anybody to use the back of your head for target practice.
Why didn't I think of that? Hey, what do you say, guys? Will you help me out? Please. I'm scared. And I got no one else to turn to. Y'all check it out, Farley.
Jack.
Thanks for seeing me, Mr. Logan.
Don't be silly, Jack. I've always got time for my piece.
Well, after what happened this morning,
Hey. Been together a long time, Jack. So believe me when I tell you that this one mistake won't erase all your years of valuable service.
Thank you, Mr. Logan.
You make plenty of money, Jack. Loyal, dedicated people are much harder to find. Go home, relax. We'll have another shipment for you in a couple of days.
Yes, sir. And thanks again.
Kill him. We need to make an example of him. Uncle Phil will be watching how we handle the situation. Got to look like we're on top of it.
I'll take care of it personally.
No, you won't. I want it clean. No tie to us. Fly in somebody. The best.
Name's Logan. Mick Logan.
Mick Logan as in society page Mick Logan?
Mick Logan as in big-time businessman Mick Logan? That's what I heard on the street.
The question is, why would he be tied to $3 million in cash?
A question I'm sure the police would like to ask, especially since Mick Logan's uncle is Uncle Phil Logan, as in syndicate boss Phil Logan.
Doing his uncle a favor, no doubt.
That sounds like it. But nobody's really ever been able to tie Mick Logan to the mob before. He's always been considered the white sheep of the family. Houston, you gotta talk to Logan. Tell him he can have his money back. Convince him to leave me alone. You gotta put the word out.
Houston, telephone, man named Logan.
I already did. Houston.
This is Mick Logan. I understand you have something that belongs to me.
Well, actually, a friend of mine does. He'd like very much to return it.
Why doesn't your friend talk to me himself?
He's the shy type. Yeah, wants me to intercede. Listen, where can I meet you?
The Crystal Club, 8 o'clock.
Nora?
Houston.
What a surprise. Are you working here?
No, I don't sing anymore.
What happened to all the dreams of the gold records?
Dreams change, and Mick doesn't like me to perform.
Mick Logan?
He and I...
Nora? Do me a favor, darling, and disappear. So Mr. Houston and I can have a little chat.
Sure thing, Mick.
You know Nora, Mr. Houston?
Well, I'm a fan mostly. I used to enjoy listening to her sing.
Uh-huh. Now, about your friend.
Well, first off, he wants to make sure that, thank you, you know that he had no intention of stealing your property.
Understood.
He would like to return your property very much. Wants to right the mistake. He also wants a guarantee that he's going to remain healthy.
Something in writing. Notarized, perhaps.
Well, he seems to think that your word would be just fine.
I think I may like your friend. You have my word. Bring the property to this address at midnight. If you don't, you and your friend are both dead.
I'm really not too sure about this, Houston. Look, Farley, you don't have to be here. You know that, don't you? You sure Logan was pleased when you said that I'd give back the money?
Wouldn't you be pleased if somebody was going to return your $3 million? Look, if you're scared, go home. I can handle this.
No. Logan's an important man. I should meet him. Might help my career. No, let me go. Here you go, sir. It's all there. Every penny. My name is Ward, sir. Farley Ward. And I just want you to know what an honor it is for me to meet you. And if there's ever anything that I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know.
I might just do that. Thank you for your help. Let's go.
I think you like me. Come on. Houston,
Get out of here.
Houston, I am sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
Mick Logan kills Farley Ward, almost blows me away, and you say there's nothing you can do?
There are 15 witnesses who claim that Logan was at the Crystal Club at the time of the shooting.
They're lying.
How am I supposed to prove that? This is an x-ray of my stomach. See that spot there? It's a hole. My ulcer.
It's kind of cute.
Adorable. But I'm trying to get rid of it, and you're not helping.
Come on, Hoyt. Logan is a bad guy.
I know that. What I'm about to tell you is off the record. We've been working with the DA and the feds for over a year, watching Logan. We're convinced that he operates the mob's laundry, washing dirty money through foreign countries.
So?
So we think Logan has the mob's entire bank, only we've never been able to prove it. Every time we get close, the phone calls start.
Saying, please leave poor Mr. Logan alone.
Logan has big wigs coming out of every pocket. You wonder why I got a hole in my stomach? The man is dirty and I can't touch him.
Maybe I can.
Houston! What do you mean by that? Houston!
Nick, there you are. Nora here was just showing me around.
Let me buy you a drink, Councilman.
I guess I'll let you twist my arm.
I'd be careful what you say, Councilman. You just might break your arm.
Houston?
Well, I thought you'd like to know the man you're about to have a drink with. The kind of man who runs a washing machine for mob money. Money that comes from selling kids poison that they put into their arms.
That's enough, Houston.
Enough? Oh, no, I'm just getting started, Logan. You see, I'm on to you, and I am not gonna back off. You may be able to fool people like Councilman Roberts here and evade the police. But I am not gonna let you get away from me.
That's enough.
Show Mr. Houston to his car.
You're not gonna get away from me, Logan. I'm gonna bring you down hard, you hear me? Hard!
Are you out of your mind? Have you completely lost your senses?
Morning, Lieutenant.
Busting into Logan's nightclub, causing a scene in front of a city councilman.
I told you I was going to get Logan.
And what did you expect to accomplish last night?
Well, put a little pressure on him, rattle his cage, force him to make a mistake.
And what he'll probably do is kill you.
Good, and you can arrest him for murder, huh?
Don't eat that.
Why?
Because you're having breakfast with Vic Valentine. He's staying at the Mayfair Hotel.
Have a bite. Hello, Vic. It's nice to see you.
Hey, I know.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Good. You still use it.
Sit.
All right, I'll sit.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Aren't you Vic Valentine?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I knew it. I saw your show in Vegas.
Well, thank you.
Oh, can I have your autograph,
Sure,
please?
of course. Excuse me.
Your impressions are so funny. I just love your James Cagney.
You dirty rat, I'll do James Cagney for you.
Oh, and your Bogart.
Who should I make this out to, sweetheart?
Julie.
All right, to Julie. Julie. To Julie with love, Vic Valentine. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
I see you still have Julie with you.
Listen, it beats having yourself paged all the time.
Yeah, I'll bet it does.
Now, what can I do for you? CJ made it sound very mysterious on the phone.
I saw Nora last night. She was with Mick Logan.
Yeah, she's been gone with him for about a year.
She's drinking again.
I know. It's a bad scene. She called me one time when he beat her. Said she was going to leave him, never did.
Vic, I've got to talk to her. Now, I am going after Logan. I don't want her to get hurt. I need you to try and set up a meeting for me.
I can try. He's got some power over her. He treats her like garbage, and she still sticks with him, man.
It's important. Will you make the phone call?
I'll call. I can't guarantee anything.
Thank you.
You have a call, Mr. Houston.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Houston.
Two mean street people did a little digging and came up with a surprise. Houston, this is Eli. He's a pickpocket.
Oh, this is definitely my pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure's mine.
He was at the Westlake Plaza Hotel when Farley stole the loot. He got a real good look at the mark.
I didn't recognize him at first, but when word got out on the street about what was in the bag, all sorts of bells started going off.
He knows the name of the courier.
And CJ told me what a generous man you were when it came to information.
I see. Now, since you've already taken my wallet, why don't you get what you need and give the rest back, huh?
Well...
That's good. What's the name of the courier?
Walcott. Jack Walcott. Lives at 818 Greatland Street.
Walcott lives on the 3rd floor, 306.
Left-hander. Harry likes to call that pitch a screwball, but it's really just a good sinker. Still, it's working today. And that brings up McGee, the right fielder.
Phone and call Boyd. checked the hospital. Walcott's in a coma. They don't know when or if he's going to come out of it.
With that hitman long gone, we have no connection to Logan or his bank.
Well, that's not true, CJ. Walcott was a courier for Logan. If we search this place, we're bound to come up with something that'll point us in the right direction.
Well, we better get on it right away.
Come on.
Hold it. That's my job.
Well, I thought you could use a little help.
I've got help. It's called the rest of the police department. Now, if you get out of here, we'll get back to work.
But I...
But nothing. Look, Houston, in the last 24 hours, you caused a scene in a nightclub. You eyewitness to an attempted mob execution. You let a hitman split out of here to Havana, some godforsaken place. Don't you feel as if you've done enough for one day?
Well, it just seems to me that if
Look, I have procedures I have to follow. Those procedures say the police search the scene of the crime before private eyes. Go home. I promise I will tell you what we find.
Sometimes that man has an attitude problem.
Be back in a minute.
Why do you always come running when Uncle Phil calls?
Same reason you always come running when I call. Love.
Uncle Phil, you never looked better.
Thank you, Mickey.
I'm disappointed in you, Mickey. You're doing so well.
I had a few problems, but they're handled.
A few problems. One of your couriers was robbed of $3 million.
I got it back.
And then you proceeded to restage the entire St. Valentine's Day massacre in some deserted gas station.
I didn't want any witnesses who could tie me to the cash.
But there was a witness, wasn't there, Mickey? Matt Houston. He got away. What is it with you and this Matt Houston guy? Some kind of a private war?
I'll take care of Houston.
Like you took care of him last night in that nightclub? I know all about it, Mickey. A public spectacle.
I had no choice. He came in.
There's always a choice. Mickey, don't you understand? Your value to the organization has always been your invisibility. Now, lately, you might as well be taking ads in the yellow pages.
Uncle Phil, believe me, I'm sorry. All I can say is trust me, I'll get it all handled.
I'm sorry, Mickey, but under the circumstances, it's too dangerous leaving the bank with you. So we're moving it to San Francisco temporarily.
But Uncle Phil, you said...
Mickey, this is no debate. The decision has been made. You move the cash to that warehouse at the airport tomorrow morning. Mickey, my partners want to terminate you. One more mistake. I'm not going to be able to stop him, Mickey.
Evening, Lieutenant.
Houston, don't you ever give up.
I'd like to know what you found in Wolcott's apartment.
Lots of stuff. But nothing that spelled out the location of Logan's bank. Forensics is still working on it, and I won't know for sure until tomorrow.
Do you mind if I drop by and see what they come up with?
Would it do any good if I say no?
No. CJ, if you were Logan, where would you hide the bank?
Someplace I know it would be safe.
Yeah, someplace you own.
What is your point?
Point is that Logan's an entrepreneur, owns a whole bunch of different companies, and I'll bet you that one of those companies is a front for the mob bank.
I'll start digging.
Houston, telephone, Vic Valentine.
Thank you, Chris. Houston.
Houston, Nora said she'll meet you. Bayview Park, Duck Pond, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Vic.
Glad I could help.
Hello, Houston.
Nora?
You're such a Boy Scout, Houston, always wanting to help people. First you want to get me off booze, and now you want to get me off Mick Logan.
He's a dangerous man, Nora.
And you're worried about me?
Well, especially if Mick Logan finds out that I knew you a lot better than I let on.
Houston, you're about the only guy who didn't try to take advantage of me. All you did was pay the hospital bills, dry me out. Sorry it didn't stick.
Maybe I'll have better luck this time, huh?
I like living with Mick. He buys me what I want, pays for my drinks. I'm happy.
I'm gonna have to bust him, you know that, Nora.
That's why I agreed to see you, Houston. To warn you. Stop. Back off Mick before it's too late.
It's not that simple.
You don't understand. Last night, Mick was like a madman. Uncle Phil is taking the bank away from him because of you. Mick was ranting and raving about what he's going to do to you.
Do you know where the bank is kept?
No.
Do you know where and when they're gonna move?
No, and you're not listening to me.
Nora, just stop. Why don't you stay? Let me help you.
Not this time, Boy Scout. I've got just what I deserve. Be careful, Houston.
Don't you understand? We're running out of time. Now, if Logan moves the bank before we can find it, we may never catch it.
I read you loud and clear, P.I., but that doesn't change the facts that there's nothing in Walcott's apartment that leads us to the bank's location.
It's got to be in there, Hoyt. It's got to be. I'm telling you. No, thanks. I don't get ulcers.
That's right. You give them.
Now, I need to take a look at that apartment for myself.
Anything to get you out of here.
All right. So I could use a copy of the coroner's report.
Fine.
You know, what also would be nice is if I could get a copy of the inventory of Wolcott's apartment.
Fine.
You know what would be helpful?
Yes!
Jenny, talk to Jimmy, talk to Sal, but not me, okay?
It's all arranged. The van will be at the tennis center tonight. We'll get it packed and ready to go first thing in the morning.
Good. That just leaves Houston. I want him here tonight. I know just how we'll do it.
Nothing. Searched Wolcott's entire apartment, not a single thing, not a single clue.
Okay, thank you. Houston, that was Vic Valentine. Nora called to say that it's urgent that she see you right away. She's at the Westfall Motel, room 105. And Houston...
I know. I'll be careful. And CJ...
I know. Keep digging.
Thank you.
It's open. Sure you don't want a drink?
No, thanks. I'm just fine.
I found out when Mick is moving the bank. I overheard one of the club members talking.
What do you mean, club members?
Mick's couriers, they call themselves club members. He said the bank is being moved in the morning. That's all I could find out. I'm sorry.
You all right?
I was followed to the park. Mick knows I met you.
Let me get you a doctor.
Don't bother, the line's been cut. Here's the setup, Houston. The moment you step outside that door, one of Logan's men is going to run you down with his car. They don't want to trace it back to Mick, so they're going to try and make it look like an accident. Look for yourself. I couldn't set you up, Boy Scout. You're the only one who ever really cared.
What is taking so long?
Get a good look at the killer. No, I didn't get a license plate number. No, I don't want to go to the emergency room and have my head looked.
All right, calm down.
Calm down, Hoyt. Logan just killed a girl who set herself up to save me.
To get Logan, we got to find the bank and get a search warrant, and you said he's moving the bank in the morning.
That's right, so maybe we better find out where the hell the bank is right now.
Which is why Houston wants to see what you got out of Walcott's apartment.
All right, here it is.
CJ, one of the companies that Logan owns would happen to be the Marlboro Tennis Center?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
Nora had the answer, and she never even knew it.
What are you talking about?
Nora told me that all the couriers were called club members. These matches were found in Wolcott's apartment.
And the bag that Farley stole was usually used to carry tennis equipment.
I think you just might get your search warrant.
A plane will be waiting at the airport to take the money to San Francisco.
I never did like that town. very proud of yourself, Houston. You caught me. But was it worth it? Huh? It might be years before I go to trial. And you know, with the right lawyers, I may not even go to jail.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Hey, no, Houston, you can't shoot me. That's murder, man.
You ought to know all about that.
Oh, no, please don't do it.
Our court system moves very slowly. That's the way we dispense justice. I have sneaking suspicion that when Uncle Phil finds out what happened to his money, he's gonna dispense some justice in his own way.
Houston? I just got a call from Hoyt. Looks like you're not going to have to spend too much time in a courtroom.
Well, that's what I figured. Why don't you go ahead and make it official?
The DA's people wanted to subpoena your mobster friend, Mick Logan. They can't find him. He's on the missing list. And the word is he is not on vacation in Hawaii.
No, he's on a permanent vacation. Someplace much hotter. So, Jock went up for the good guys, huh? Balance sheets even. Why do I feel like hell? Logan was a rotten man. I turned the tables on him. I turned his own people against him, and they burned him. Hooray. Well, I don't know if you like celebrating.
Because you're not like him. Come on, I'll take you to dinner. My treat.
Thank you. You give me a minute and I'll get showered. Sis, somebody talk to me. What do you want? Why won't you talk to me? Enough. Just tell me, who are you, huh?
Stop. Look, I don't understand. What do you want from me? You know, kill me? Tell me why. Well, who are you, huh?
Houston. Veronica says goodbye.
I don't know Veronica. I'm telling you, it's a mistake. I don't know Veronica, please. For God's sake, no!
Hello?
CJ?
Houston? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. At least I think it's me.
Houston? I've been so scared when nobody could find you and all that time not hearing from you.
What do you mean, all that time not hearing from me?
Houston, you disappeared 1 month ago yesterday.
A month? So what you're telling me is that 30 days out of my life just disappeared, like stepping in and out of the Twilight Zone?
The last time anyone saw you was 31 days ago.
Houston, it was 7 o'clock in the evening when I left the office to go have dinner. Now, you were packing to go to the airport because you had a 9 o'clock flight to Honolulu.
Only you never made it to the airport. The plane left without you. Your car was still in the garage. You just disappeared.
Look, you know, I just remember pieces. I remember a man with a gun pointing it at me. And the flash. I remember thinking I was going to die.
Houston, what else?
Pain. A lot of pain in my head. Cold. I remember going for a ride in a car. In the desert. The man with the gun said, Veronica says goodbye.
Who's Veronica?
I don't know. Look, I think I can find the place that they took me in the desert car.
Houston, get some rest first.
Look, this is a nightmare, CJ. I can't rest. I am not going to be able to rest until I find out what the hell's going on. Let's go. I think I can find the place, all right?
We've been driving around in circles for hours.
really believe me, do you?
It's not a matter of believing or not believing.
You know, they tried to kill me.
Houston, if you just rest for a couple of days, then maybe...
Houston! Looks like she was beaten to death. Her name was Veronica. At least that's what the anklet she was wearing said.
Anything else?
Only a key. Belongs to a motel about 10 miles from here.
I'd like to take a look at that motel.
You should know the local sheriff's department is not anxious for you to get out of their sight.
There was always fighting, you know. Either that or partying. Look at this mess. Huh? 3 weeks. Fighting, partying, he beating her up, them making up, then they're partying. She was some sexy dame.
The man she was with, her husband?
You know, I think she liked getting knocked around by him. They say they don't, but most women do.
Could you identify the man?
Identify him? That's easy. That's him right there.
You're lying.
You're saying I'm lying?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been here before. I've certainly never seen this creep before.
Oh, that's a laugh. Who are you calling a creep? At least I don't beat my women.
Houston, I thought you said you didn't know where you'd been the last month.
Big guy. She was always calling him big guy. And he called her Tweety. My little Tweety pie. Pow!
The whole thing's a setup.
Mr. Houston, I'd like to advise you as to your rights. You have the rights to remain silent. If you wish not to remain silent...
I know what my rights are. You...
I'm Mr. Houston's lawyer. I represent him.
Shut up, sweet cheeks.
No need to take that tone of voice. I can speak for Mr. Houston and Miss Parsons.
Who asked you? You're out of your jurisdiction here, cop. All right. Cuff him up.
Houston!
good frame. I mean, how am I going to prove that I didn't live, love, and beat up that poor girl in the hotel? Unit 6, Adam 4. Hey, it's a damn good frame. I don't even know where I've been. Proceed at maximum. And it's a little scary. Come on, let's go.
Hi. Room's over here. Now, this is bound to do wonders for my reputation. I mean, single lady cop checks in the middle of the night, joined at dawn by another couple.
Not to mention putting a strain on your career, all this aiding and abetting stuff. I'm not going to forget this.
Who says I'm going to let you? If there was ever a fugitive I'd love to aid and abet.
Maybe I should wait in the car.
No time. We've got troubles.
That chief witness against Houston,
Sleazeball?
Mr. Monty Parks, manager of the Desert Motel. Well, he made a formal statement in the district attorney's office yesterday afternoon, signed and notarized.
All that proves is that the man can lie under oath. What we got to do is figure out a way to shake up his story a little bit.
Problem is, we're not going to have that chance. 5 minutes after he made the statement, he dropped dead of a heart attack on the courthouse steps.
The noose tightens.
Right.
Houston, I've been thinking about this hypnosis thing. I'm trained, and I'm good, and I've helped a lot of victims and witnesses recall details of crimes through hypnosis. But this going into your mind, find out what happened to you the last 30 days. It's going to be scary for you.
In what way?
Well, whoever framed Houston...
I think that it was Elgin Cody.
That man down in Texas?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, the point is, if Cody is behind it, or who's ever behind it, he's hired himself one hell of a specialist. He's taken 30 days out of your life, Houston. And who knows what else he's done while he's been playing around with your gray matter.
You trying to tell me that they planted little bombs inside my head with triggers and subconscious? I mean, I know it's been done before, but it's just rumors.
The Manchurian Candidate, 1962. Frank Sinatra and Lawrence Harvey.
Mind control. The Russians have been experimenting with it for years, and we're not far behind.
So what you're saying is, if one of those little bombs was triggered, it could set off any one of 100 different responses.
To tell the truth, Houston, if we do set off one of those bombs or triggers, or whatever you want to call them, the only thing that CJ and I can do after that is to buy ourselves a couple of watering cans and water you every day just like we would any other vegetable.
All right, well, if that's the case, if the only way we can figure out this whole mess and figure out what I've been up to for the last 30 days is get inside my head, let's do it now, huh?
Okay. Have a seat. You're drifting deeper and deeper into sleep. Houston?
Yeah.
You're very relaxed and comfortable, and you're feeling good. Now, I want to take you back to a day about a month ago. You're getting ready to leave the office for the airport. You're going to Hawaii on a vacation. You're in your office. Now, I want you to see yourself in the office. Now, tell me what you're doing.
Packing. Finishing packing.
Go on.
I'm moving to the elevator. Waiting for her.
The elevator is coming up. You wait for the doors to open. The doors open. You enter.
Houston, Veronica says goodbye.
No! Veronica. I don't know a Veronica.
Houston, I'm going to bring you back from the pit. Okay, you're out of the pit. You're safe. Everything's fine. Now relax. Relax. In real life, did Houston ever have a traumatic experience like this?
Well, yes, he did. As you know, his father was a very wealthy man. And when he was just a very little boy, he was kidnapped and held for ransom for several days. The men who did it tormented him. One of them held a gun at his head and repeatedly threatened to kill him. He had nightmares about it for many years. I think one of the reasons he decided to become a private investigator was because they never caught the men who did it.
Houston, when you were a boy, you had a terrifying experience. You were kidnapped, and you were told you were going to die. Now, the men who held you could be using that fear to control you. You're going to have to fight to overcome the fear. Now, I know it's not going to be easy, but will you try?
Yes.
It's the night you're going to Hawaii. You're waiting for the elevator. What happens next?
I'm waiting for the elevator. The doors are opening. 3 men in the elevator. Spraying something in my face. I can't move. Falling. It's dark. Black. Big room. Cold. Noise. So loud. Oh. Pain.
Time to go on another trip, Matlock. Time to die again.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not. You. Taking me to the car. It's a station wagon.
Where are you?
Buildings. Office.
Your office?
No. Take me to the desert again. They're gonna kill me. No!
Houston. Houston, I'm bringing you back now. Back to the present. Okay, you're back, and everything's fine. You're going to awake, and you're going to remember the building where they held you.
I know where it is. I know where they held me.
Nothing yet. How'd you do?
Well, the building is owned by a corporation based in Hawaii, but no one seems to be able to figure out who owns the corporation. It's a shell within a shell.
Any chance of getting a search warrant for this place?
Legally, slim to none. Being a fugitive for murder doesn't exactly make you a stellar witness right now. And besides, you're the only person who said the people in that building did something wrong.
I get your point. In any case, I gotta go in.
How?
Well, while I was waiting for you, I checked out the security system. It's a nice one, but I think I've got it handled.
You think?
We'll know for sure in a second. Got it handled. Check out the office. I'll see what else is around here.
Andrea, I just struck the mother lode.
No doubt about it. This is definitely the place.
Houston, everything's here. Everything that they did to you and the dead girl. It's all neatly chronicled like medical records.
There's even a file of Monty Parks.
Him again?
Yeah, his fatal heart attack wasn't natural.
Anything more on the dead girl?
Yes, her name is Veronica Sims. She worked for Cody Oil, more specifically Elgin Cody.
Cody liked to keep tapes of his phone conversations. She ran across some of the tapes that apparently proved all your charges against him.
Those tapes could put Cody in prison for the rest of his life, if not the death house.
For some reason, Veronica was afraid to go to the authorities in Texas, so she flew here, was going to try to get in touch with you and give you the tapes.
Before she could do that, Cody's people intercepted her. They did some pretty nasty things to her. She gave them the tapes, most of them. For some reason, she wouldn't tell them where the last 3 tapes were.
So they became convinced that you must have...
Right?
I guess so. Andrea?
Forget it. She's dead. We gotta get out of here. Window is our only chance.
Houston, you must know this is pointless.
How do you know they're not waiting out there for you?
I don't, but I do know that they're waiting in here for us. I'm gonna go out first. I want you to follow. And I'll cover you, okay? Are you ready?
Houston, I love you.
Houston!
Sounds like they broke the window over there. Go around back, head them off.
Quick, go on and get to the car.
Oh, great. I hit the window and I lost the file. This is all I've got left. CJ.
I've been hit.
Houston, go back and get that file.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Mike, come to the alley. Stop before they get away!
Why don't you guys get some coffee?
Thanks, Lieutenant.
How's CJ?
She's had a surgery. Doctor stopped the bleeding, say she'll be just fine.
Thank God. The building where you were being held, where you say the files were that could prove you were being framed, big surprise. 4-alarm fire. Leveled the place.
No, I left Andrea in there.
I'd say the only chance you had now would be to find those 3 tapes the dead girl had. The ones she died for, rather than give up.
She's got family in Texas. They might know something, but as you can see, I'm a prisoner.
A prisoner being held for murder. That's why it'll be so unforgivable. That's why the reprimand that I receive will be so severe. Imagine a police lieutenant with my years of experience allowing a prisoner like you to escape. Like I always said, you lousy PIs are like lightning rods. You're always drawing trouble.
Mr. Sims?
Yes, sir.
I'm Matt Houston. I wondered if I could talk to you a little bit about your wife.
Veronica? You know where Veronica is?
You suppose maybe we could talk inside?
Sure, come on.
I tell you, I don't like it with Houston on the loose. He's dangerous.
Relax. According to our sources, he's still somewhere in Southern California.
And if he isn't, if he's here...
Elgin, in 2 hours, you'll be in court. Your trial will resume. Your lawyer will move to have all charges against you dismissed because of lack of evidence.
If Houston shows up, and if he has those damn tapes...
He won't show up. In 2.5 hours, the judge is going to rule in your favor, and you'll be acquitted. And then so what if Houston shows up? You can't be tried for the same crime twice, and that's the beauty of it, Elgin. It's the good old American way.
You didn't find any tapes, did you? They're just not here. The ones who came before, the people that broke in, they tore this place upside down. They even took the insulation out of the attic.
Well, she had the tapes. Now, she had to hide them someplace.
Well, they're not here.
Look, out of all the tapes, she hung on to 3. Now, why those particular 3 tapes?
I don't know.
I mean, what were they worth? Why did she... Mr. Sims.
Yes.
Your daughter, well, she's got lots of stuffed animals and dolls. That's your favorite, isn't it?
It's Ernie. We tried to get her to give it up for a newer one, but it's old and dirty.
Honey, can I see Ernie for a minute? I'll be real careful with it. Thank you.
she hid the tapes in the doll.
Houston, what the hell's going on? I just heard on the news that you're wanted for murder. Now, do I go to trial against Cody today or don't I?
Look, I'll explain all that later to you. Point is, I am in town and I've got some tapes that'll put Cody in prison for good. There are too many people hunting for me and I need safe conduct at the courthouse.
Give me the address.
Houston, Agent Mercer, the district attorney's office.
It's a pleasure. Listen, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you.
Pleasure's ours. I understand that you have some tape for us?
Yeah, they should determine the future of Elgin Cody.
Very good. We've been waiting for this break. Let's go.
Can I help you? Sergeant Klein, District Attorney's Office. I'm here to pick up Mr. Houston.
I wondered when you'd catch on.
Well, I grew up in this neck of the woods. I know that this is definitely not the way to the courthouse.
I'll take your gun now, nice and easy.
Who are you?
Does it matter? Your gun.
You work for Cody?
Hardly.
You work for the specialist. Man who likes to play games with people's minds. Man who sends all of his records to a house on Winchester Street.
You know, I wanted to wait till we got onto the fields before I shot you. I didn't want to mess up the insides of this nice, clean car. The gun.
Right.
Run, Houston. It's too late for you to testify now anyway. Let's get out of here.
Tell me, Mr. Cody, how does it feel to have been acquitted?
I always knew I would be. I always had faith in our system of justice. It's the American way. Now, folks, hold it one at a time, please. Just one question at a time. Matlock, Houston. I thought you'd be long gone by now. You're a wanted man.
You're gonna change all that for me, Cody.
You better run along now, Houston, before I call the police. I
want a signed confession from you. Handwritten. Confessing to everything it is you've done to me.
Won't do you any good. I can't be tried for the same crimes twice. I've already been cleared of all charges.
Well, it'll get me off the hook.
If I say no, you're not going to kill me.
See, I really don't have anything to lose.
Okay, you win. Why should I care whether you fry or not? I'm free. Now say anything you want, Houston. Anything you want! Tough luck, Houston. Here goes your last chance. Now you'll be wanted for 2 murders. You're finished.
CJ, it's him.
Houston, where are you?
Well, you know I can't tell you that, counselor. That'd make you an accessory after the fact.
I just talked to Hoyt. You're a wanted man, pal. The FBI has people looking for you in every state of the union. Houston, I'm scared. Why don't you turn yourself in before some trigger-happy cop nails you?
I'd never be able to prove myself innocent behind bars.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna find a man that likes playing games with people's minds.
The house on Winchester Street.
Your 3 minutes are up, sir.
Houston.
Yeah, I know, CJ. You take care, all right?